Last time on Elves, Dragons and Orcs, the group came along the little town of Daggerford, where I tried my luck at DMing again, and then they went and did some shopping, and Raffin brought a really pretty pink helmet. Nothing really happened all that much until Lillian decided to enter a tent with a creepy old lady in it. Following that, she got a heap of crazy visions that hopefully will have something to do with the plotline later on. Then I tried to start a chase scene. No one really wanted to do any of that sort of thing because apparently that's boring. So I pimped out a Tusk's wagon. That's about it, really. Let's roll. So, everyone packs up and gets moving on. So, about half a day's walk is Gillian's Hill. It's a small farming village of about 50 people. There's a general store and an antique store known as Torith's Treasure.
Well, Tush, you should have a look in there. You collect stuff. That's a great place for you to go, I hear.
As you arrive in the town, Tushk actually turns to you and says, while we stop here, I actually have a bit of business for me to attend to along the way. And I actually require Dawn for this, so I will meet up with you in a day's time.
That's an excellent way of doing it. Well done.
They went into Torith's Treasure.
Tell us where we're going to meet him in a day's time? Or?
He'll know where.
Okay.
He'll know where to meet you in a day's time. I might
mark that somewhere.
He'll just follow the pink helm.
Yeah, follow the pink helmet.
Let's just piss him off and go fishing. Capable of love that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do mass dice rolls. It's just gonna be like Zelda when you go fishing in Zelda. Yeah.
Big flashing sign saying you are going out of the story. You are going out of the story.
It's fine. It'll just be like gambling.
Yeah.
Southwest.
Yeah.
I've got everything that I need.
I would like to go into the general store.
You'd like to go into the general store.
I would like to speak to the general store owner.
You walk into the general store and you notice that it's pretty empty, not all that well stocked, but there is a lady sitting up behind the counter working away at something.
Sure. I would like to speak to her and say, what do we have that's on sale?
My name is Zephy, how can I help you today? And she just has some general goods. You can get rations, animal feed, water skins, jerky, basic tools, healer's kit, a writer's kit, and candles.
What's the price on the writer's kit and some extra water skins?
Water skins are 2 silver pieces each, and the writer's kit is actually quite a special little writer's kit made by one of our locals here. Can be found nowhere else, and that is 14 gold.
I'll be giving that one. I would attempt to haggle,
Yeah.
if that's possible.
She's quite cute,
Yeah.
but at the same time you are a paladin.
And I'm wearing a pink helmet.
You're wearing a pink helmet. So this is where you come into a skill. If you want to haggle, you can use something like persuasion.
Or you actually have to haggle with the DM.
Right.
Yeah. And think I'm actually a really attractive 20-year-old lady.
Right. You want arm wrestle? I was actually thinking charisma. I'd like to woo her.
I'm gonna walk into the general store and just stand near the back door.
Alright.
Just to see what's going on.
Alright, go
Yeah.
for it.
Natural 20. That would make it 20.
It doesn't matter what it makes. That's 20.
23 with my plus.
She looks at your pink helmet and is just taken back by how beautiful this helmet is. And she's like, for you, sir, you could have just about anything in here. Even a little bit of something else if you feel so inclined.
Well, firstly, I'd like to take one of everything, and I have a lovely shiny gold coin here that should be able to cover all of the expenses of everything on this
Look,
shelf.
I'd like to do that, but my father, he would not have that at all.
I'm gonna go up to the lump tank and go, this is it. You're gonna have to give us something a bit more special.
Love to get him busy.
Love tank, baby, love tank.
Do I want to pimp the tank? No,
You're
I
a
don't think I
I think you two are just in the Gerald store with all these shenanigans.
Yeah.
Lily's just still outside, having no idea what's going on.
Basically, what happens is, as you see her over the counter, she starts to reveal a bit of leg.
Okay.
And then her father bursts into the room.
I'm gonna lean over the bench and go, my dear, he's got nothing else. You're wasting your time.
If you want to roll above my charisma,
No, I've got no interest in charming this young lass at all.
then it's all mine. Off you go.
And then her father bursts into the room and says, "What's going on here?"
I'm simply purchasing some water skins, my good sir.
And then he turns and looks at his daughter and scolds her and sends her into the back room.
Should have taken your chance, buddy. I'm gonna talk about. I would just like to buy the candles that you have here.
Candles, sure thing.
How much are they, sir?
Candles are just one copper each.
Excellent. I'll take both of them. How many are there? There's two.
There's three.
Three. I'll take all three.
There's three candles.
And I'll hand over a silver piece and say, keep your change.
Jeez, that's so kind.
Jeez.
Is that to save us from doing maths?
Yeah.
How about you buy your daughter something nice, like maybe a chastity belt? Take my candles and walk out.
I'll just
And you just hear a shout from the background, "I love you!"
I know.
Dad just says, "Shut up!"
I'll just get the water skins, I think.
Alright, well, you can have the two water skins, and they are 2 silver pieces each, so that's 4 silver pieces total.
Yep. Alright.
Alright.
I'll just buy it. I'm not going to roll again. I've got my 20 for the game.
I imagine while those two are messing around in like the general store, Lily would just be staying outside and just watching the town. Just
You notice some people, some of the elderly folks seem a bit worried. There's a bit, like I said, there's a bit of shadow going around the town, and you hear this thing about, there's some stuff happening down Liam's Hold. It's not like it's under attack, but you sort of get the feeling like they might be in some need of help. Alright, so we continue on to Liam's Hold. Yes?
Yep.
Yes.
So you see just over the hill is Liam's Hold. It's a small town. It's a farming community, and it's a small size, probably 70 people. Yeah, it's a small community, all farmers sort of thing.
Is there a tavern
Uh,
at all?
there is
I've got to put up with you in that helmet.
there does seem to be just a general sort of inn.
Yep.
Somewhere where workers can come and stay.
Sure.
Sort of thing. That's the place where people go to socialise in the town.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's sort of late afternoonish.
Late afternoon, everyone's sort of knocking off, coming back from the fields.
Yep. What's the sort of atmosphere like in town?
Things are a bit down.
Yep.
As you come into town, you notice you can sort of tell by the quality of the town. There's been a lot of traffic through here lately. You hear a bit of sobbing, maybe coming from some of the houses, some of the people in the streets. Some people will be upset.
Sure. I'd like to go to the tavern.
As you enter the tavern, it's more like a temporary feeling, it's not a tent, but it doesn't feel like it's a quality establishment. There's a few people in there, mostly young farmers, someone tending the bar.
Yeah. I'd also like to use mask of many faces on myself
Sure.
before entering the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, just disguise myself more as a worker
Yeah.
person rather than myself. When I go up to the bar,
Okay.
order a drink, an ale.
An ale.
That's so, just go there. Can I get an ale, please?
Sure.
Is there any work around here?
There's always work around here, but a lot of our men have actually left at the moment.
Why? What's happening?
There's a big mine that opened up. We're a bit worried about it though. Just down past the next town, Bowshot, there's a big mine that's opened up. Mine silver.
Sounds like I get some work there.
Well, that's what the men all here thought too. But there's been a bit of lack of communication and some heard of some possible trouble that's happened down there.
Trouble? Like
Yes,
what?
we don't really know. All we know is there's been some people that have returned back to Bowshot injured, but no one has made it home yet. We don't really know the full detail. Well, hopefully we'll find out some more tomorrow.
Gee, that doesn't sound good.
No, well we're all extremely worried, and the wives and the children, they're not holding up too well. There's one particular lady. Her name is Saba. She's sort of I guess you could say, she likes to pull all the women together to give them strength in a hard time. She stands out. She's the only dwarf in town. If you want to probably find out a little bit more, you best to talk to her in the morning.
She can show me where work is?
Possibly, yeah. She's actually quite fearful for her husband and the rest of the men in the town. So I think if there's going to be any work, might be with her. She might know something.
Sure. Thanks very much, mate.
Thank you. And hopefully one day.
Just grab my ale and go back to a table further towards the back of the table.
Does anyone want to do anything?
I'd actually like to go up to the barkeep, buy a meal,
Mm-hmm.
and an ale,
Mm-hmm.
and a bed for the night.
And bed for the night. All right.
So is it okay if I go to bed?
Yes, you can go.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. I'm just gonna get my meal, my ale, and go up to my room.
Go up to your room.
I'm just going to crash in his room.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. We all have a room.
Your old room. You wish to room?
Yeah, I'd probably loiter around a little, just sort of hanging back, just to try and overhear if there's anything interesting.
All you guys really get from it is that there's a bit of a downtrodden feel to this town. Everyone's very worried for their other half. A lot of the men, which are traditionally the farmers, have left. They've put a lot of the women are currently working the farms. So there's some of the older children, and some of the elderly have returned to work because of this possible prosper of this great silver mine that has opened up just down in the next town.
Do we have time to even look at that? Where are we meant to meet the Tush? The way in. We could spend a day, couldn't we? We could spend a day looking at it.
This sounds worrying. Like you find, I feel like you think there's something made out of this. I feel like I need to go and have it.
Really?
Yeah. There will be something in it for you. It's a silver mine.
Alright, if we must.
So what do you do in the morning? You approach this.
We'll go to the Sarver's homestead.
Yes.
Because he wants to.
I'm worried for these people's people.
Lily wouldn't say anything, but because her aunt is of a farmer as well, she feels some sort of connectedness. So she does want to help because they remind her of her aunt, but she's not saying anything.
Fair enough.
I really couldn't care less.
You couldn't care
I'm
less.
going because they're going then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tagging along.
pretty much.
Something to be made out of it.
Yeah, possibly.
It seems like a big waste of time.
You make your way bright and early to Saba.
Yeah.
She is a female dwarf, and she's got a couple of other ladies around from town that are all they look to her, you can tell they look to her for strength.
Sure. I'm going to let Mr. Charisma here do the talking.
Alright then. So at the moment she's just standing there with two other ladies helping her.
Are they busy talking or are they just...
They're just sort of yabbering, because she's more confident.
Sure. I'd like to go up to her and ask her if there's... introduce myself. My name's Raven. I'm a pillaging paladin at this point in time, and I'd like to know if there's any way I could possibly help.
Raven. Oh, it's very nice to meet you. I wish it was under better times.
I understand.
Yeah, things are pretty hard here. Have you heard? about what's happened just down the way.
We've heard rumours, but I'd like to hear what's really happening.
Well, it's not just the town that's worried, but it's also myself. We've had a number of men, including my husband, Niall, and a number of our hard-working men have gone to try and find a new start in this silver mine just off Bowshot, the next town down. We've heard nothing good. They were getting close to what they thought. They found a bit of silver. Things were looking up, and then the latest news we've had is injured men returning to town. But we still haven't got word yet of what's actually happened. All we know is things aren't good.
Fear not. As I said, I'm a paladin on a pilgrimage, and I am here to help you. If you could perhaps assist us with finding some sort of transport to get there all the sooner, so that we may find your partners and sons, fathers.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that we could possibly arrange something. There is a car leaving this morning, and that's actually how we're going to get the information back. There's a transport every day that goes first thing.
Well, I feel if you can get us passage on there, we can go straight to the source and find out what's happening. See if we can resolve this.
Well, please find my husband and bring him back. He's a big part of this town, and his special skills. He is a silversmith.
Yes.
So
he's
he's highly sought after, and he's sort of, a very regarded figure in the town and the love of my life.
The only thing I wish to ask is, do you have any information on the people that are hiring all these workers to mine in their mine?
They came around, to inform all the local communities some months ago, and
Were they shady?
no, not at all. Niles had some dealing with this group in the past, in his previous days, back when he was silversmithing full time. So he knows them well. He knows them well.
Well, we shall jump onto the transport and find out what is happening.
All right. So
Fare ye well.
Fare ye well. She hands you a gift. She hands you a small cage with a yellow with a yellow canary in it.
I'm gonna have to kill it.
What's his name?
It's gonna die.
Molly.
Molly the canary.
Note to self, kill
Molly.
Molly. Right, go on.
We don't normally name them because these are used for mining reasons, but the kids like to name all the animals, so this one's name's Molly.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Molly is I'm guessing for gas and all that sort of stuff in the mines.
That's correct. We breed them to keep them safe, of course.
So you breed them to die. Is that what you're saying, Sava?
We're a farming.
I'm not sure that
You breed.
you could.
Yeah, you breed
We
pigs.
could honestly help you out if you're just breeding these birds just to die. I'm just going to start walking to wherever the cart is, shaking my head and going cruelty to animals.
And they've taken you.
Next they'll be breeding children to do it.
We can't really offer you much, but
Oh, I'm not there anymore.
you're not there anymore. I know this is a pilgrimage, but I understand people these days, these hard times, they cannot work for free. We cannot offer you much in the town. We are a poor community ourselves. But Niall is a great silversmith. As a token of our appreciation, if you manage to return him safely to us, I'm sure he could make you something.
I'm sure we can come to a certain arrangement when the time comes.
And she thanks you all very much for agreeing. Well, thanks you very much for agreeing to return her husband and the other men safely.
As I walk past Lil, I just say, whispering in her ear, we've got to ditch you. Seriously, think about it.
So I'm going to have to sit over there next time. Right, so jump on the wagon?
You jump on the wagon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to do anything?
Yeah.
The space it's just a hay cart basically
Sure.
with a few goods. And it's going to take you about half day, so you'll arrive around lunchtime.
Sure. And we're at
Bowshot.
Bowshot.
Yeah.
That's good.
So you now arrive at Beauchamp, and as you enter or get to the edge of town, you notice that there is what looks like a small tent village that's been set up just on the outskirts of town.
Ask the driver who should we speak to, who's in charge of it.
It looks like, you know, this tent city over here is pretty, that's not normally there. Maybe it's been set up to as a port, like, you know, a temporary hospital to how triage to help the community. So maybe you'll find your answer to.
Well, Rafer, this is your quest.
Yes, it is.
Maybe you should figure out where we should go.
Well, I think we should listen to the man on the cart and go and speak to someone in the tent city.
Lead the way, Mr. Kuzma, then.
Would you care to join me? Even if you don't, let's
I'm
go.
just going to scout the car and start walking.
You're just going along for the ride?
No, I'm ignoring those two and just going to the tents because I'm just like, oh, they're at it again.
You're already walking. You're already walking.
Yeah. So off we go. We go to the tent. I'm guessing we walk into the centre of the tent where the
Encampment.
encampment,
Where's the
fires.
biggest tent?
Yeah, the fire zone.
The biggest tent. You notice there are 4 tents and one large tent at the end.
Walk straight towards the largest tent.
As you walk down, you hear cries coming from them, screams of agony, used medical goods sort of around the edges of the tents. The smell of death is in the air. As you get to the main tent, you hear one big loud scream.
I'm going to push him through the door.
Yeah, I'm going to enter the tent first.
You enter the tent. As you enter the tent, you notice a couple of men around what looks to be just a wooden table, attempting to help a man. There's 3 men, and one that looks definitely like the boss.
Yes.
He's running the joint. He's trying to calm this fella down.
Yes.
Trying to, you know, do some sort of procedure.
Well, I'd like to walk up to the man,
The boss.
the boss, and I'd like to try and take an action.
Okay.
I'd like to try and do lay on hands, heal to the man that's on the table.
So you just walk straight up.
Yeah.
I don't talk to anyone close.
He's sort of shocked. He says, "Stay back. That won't save him. But you know, you can help me. We do need another set of hands.
Sure.
We need to stabilize this man." You notice as you get close to the table that it's a halfling
Yes.
on the table.
How shall I assist you?
Blood spurts up in the air from his leg.
Plug the hole.
Yeah, basically.
Plug the hole,
yeah. But to do so, you'll need to make a healing check.
Right. 20.
Yep.
Natural. 7.
As you go to put your hands down to block the wound, it just starts spurting up blood and it starts filling up around, and he goes, "Press harder, or we're going to lose him."
I think I might like go around the other tents just to like not look in, but just like listen and see if there's anyone I could talk to, like who's coherent enough to talk to.
Everyone's a bit shaken up. You can feel that everyone in the other tents are in pain, but not life-threatening. But you know, this guy in here is.
So is he way up here?
Guy standing here.
Yeah.
You're standing there. There's a little halfling on the table.
Sure.
The main cleric man is here, and then there's another fellow on this side of the table.
Yeah.
And this is the leg that has currently just gone.
Oh, look, we even have a fellow.
Alright, so that's basically.
Is anyone in this bed?
There is a man asleep in that bed.
Or what about this one?
That bed is empty with bloody sheets.
I'm just going to go over and sit on the bed.
With the blooded sheets.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to kick them to one side and sit on the bed.
Alright, excellent.
And what?
He doesn't even notice you, it's too busy over here at the
Yeah.
moment. Push harder. You know, this man is going to die.
Yes, so do I roll?
Yes, roll.
Oh God, please.
Is this a strength roll or?
No, this is medicine again.
You're so shit.
7.
So,
So you got a neg 1 on medicine or something?
Yeah.
I'm going to yell out, that won't work!
So Some assistance would be appreciated.
I'd imagine by now
It's
I can
pointless.
motion from outside.
Yeah, you hear loud commotion coming from inside the tent.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna sigh and walk over
all right. So you
And you roll up.
and assist.
Alright.
Roll up my sleeves and assist.
Alright, so you come on over to the bed, and what do you do?
I'm just pushing out of the way.
You say step.
Get out of the way. And I'll try to do what he did.
Alright, so make a healing check, please.
6.
So you headbutted it.
And he basically turns and says, what are you guys even doing here? If you can't help, get out. He says,
One more crack.
you like to give it one more crack? Alright, give it one more crack.
Hey! Something double digits.
10?
halfway
Alright,
there.
you managed to stop the bleeding enough, just enough for him to come in and he brings over a utensil, and he's basically going to clamp the wound and then start to
Sort him out.
Sort him out. Yeah. You almost fucked that one up, didn't you?
Why didn't you just heal him? Why?
The wound was
Why?
too deep.
It was too much.
It was a major artery. You can't do
You should
basic
have just
healing.
cauterized it then.
You're the mage.
Hey?
Alright, so he's
I
still
don't even want to be
he's
here.
still screaming in agony. We need to stabilize him. Do either of you have any sort of ability to help me stabilize him?
Oh wait, you know what? Hang on. I've got this other page.
Ah, you have spells now.
That's right.
Now do
I
remember,
have cure wounds.
if you go to the next page behind that, I actually have written out how all the spells work.
Sweet. Alright, so I'd like to attempt to cure wounds
Okay.
by touching.
You're so good.
I'm pretty sure that's a 7.
No,
It's
one.
6.
It's 6.
Yeah.
Alright, it's enough. He starts to look at ease. The fellow turns and says, "Thank you so much. We've been going non-stop. They just keep pouring in. You've just saved this man's life. I'm Baylor, the town cleric. We've had these men pouring in from the mine with all sorts of injuries, and so far we haven't been able to get much of a word out of them.
So if everyone was happy here, and then the mine opened, and then everyone's getting injured,
Yes,
is that pretty much the sense of the
Something.
situation?
basically, something is happening in that mine.
Stupid question.
Right.
Why don't you just shut the mine down?
There's still good men trapped in there, and one of them, Niall, he's our lead silversmith, and
We have heard of this man. We are here.
then as he says the name Niall, the halfling on the table goes, "Save Niall."
That is our mission.
That's your mission.
My mission, our mission.
Please.
So can you give us a map of the mine or anything? Like, we'll go down, we'll get Niall, we'll go down, everyone will be happy. Right, and I can get back to whatever
The real
I need to
world.
actually do in the real world. Do you have a map of the damn mine?
I don't know. There's a heap of belongings over there,
But
but
I just turn around and start going over to those belongings and start rummaging through them.
it's just bloody clothes and shoes. And you find a map to the mine,
Right?
but not of the mine.
Excellent.
And you
Excellent. That's a good start.
You find from that map you very quickly work out it's west of town.
Rayford, should we go to this mine then?
I need to rest. That energy really.
Dude, you've done one thing.
He's done multiple
It's
things
helmet
very
big.
You
bad.
didn't do it all that well.
Well, he did multiple things half-assed enough that they made.
Do you,
I'm taking the map and I'm going to go find Lily.
Baylor turns to you and says, "Thank you very much for helping me there. I know it was probably a big call to ask you to help, but if you hadn't have been there, I don't know what would have happened.
That's
This man on the bed here, is actually Niall's cousin, Ryle.
With a K?
It is.
No, it's with an R-H.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I-L-E.
Yep. Yep.
Same mother.
We found these on him before the operation. He was clutching onto them with his hand, and it's a pair of spectacles
Right.
with a K on the side of them.
Right. I'm used to road glasses.
As he was coming in the tent, he was screaming two names. He was asking for where's Niall, and also where's my brother,
What's the name of the brother?
Dial. D-H-I-L-E.
What's the mum saying? I'm going to say fare ye well and
As you leave the tent, and have you convened as a group?
I'd imagine so.
Have you
I
convened as a
mean,
group?
Lillian's finished looking through all the tents. I'd imagine she would be
You
making.
must just help everybody, must you? That's what.
I'd imagine like while Lillian was looking through the tents, like while looking for someone to talk to, she was probably also like making a mental note of the most common injuries, just to sort of like.
Can you maybe make an investigation check?
Good check.
That's a 6.
can I make
It's a 6.
So I'd imagine like she knows they're injured, but she doesn't really know like
Yeah.
where.
You notice that there's that look like gashes. There's not a lot of bludgeon. They look like cuts and those sorts of things. It's not like the mine has. You might assume that it's not like the mine has collapsed or anything. These guys have been injured somehow.
Yeah. Like that's just what she wants to make pre-prepares just to make
Sure.
because obviously they aren't going to answer any questions, so she just has to work with what she has.
Is there anything you'd like to search for before we travel?
Yep.
No? Anything you would like to search for?
No, I think she's looked around at everybody, tried to do her best to gather information on what we could possibly be facing. So
Understood.
not entirely certain how these guys were injured, but they seem to be gashes and such. So while I'm not entirely certain what caused it, we should probably stay on the lookout for things that could cause those kind of injuries.
Understood.
Sounds like a good plan.
Are they large gashes or
I
lots
don't
of bigger
know.
ones?
Most of the people I saw were already treated, so I couldn't really correctly gauge the size or intensity of the wound.
Just figured out his direction.
Yeah. Weepix. We're going towards the Weepix.
Going towards the Weepix. Excellent. As you travel west towards the silver mine, you notice what looks to be the remains of a small tent.
I want to take a closer look at it.
Okay, so you come in.
Should I roll something or just in general? Yes and no.
Yeah.
That's 9.
No. You do notice there's been a lot of commotion here. There's a lot of undisturbed earth. A lot of foot traffic.
They left in a hurry. Or
They left in
something?
a great hurry. Yes.
So can we see like the mouth of the mine yet?
Yes.
And
So straight ahead, you notice. The mouth of the mine is here.
Is there anyone else around, or is it just
Not that
deserted?
you can currently see. Sure.
Are there any torches like here or anything like
Not
that?
that you can currently
No?
see. Not there.
Sure. I'm gonna light one of my candles. Yeah.
Yours is dark.
And move up to
It doesn't look like dark.
the side edge.
There you
Excellent.
Yeah.
go.
Alright, you guys. I
I'd
got
like-
it. If you
I'd
have
like to
light.
check the
I
tents
got
as
you.
well with my perception.
Dark vision.
Yeah, make a perception.
Yeah, but we don't.
Yeah, I can go ahead.
Never mind.
You do notice as you walk
You were
past
rolling
the
very low
tents,
today.
there are what looks like blood-stained blankets on the ground. There are buckets, used bandages, various other bits and pieces. Over here, you do notice this looks like what was once the major tent, probably where people ate in the evening and those sorts of things, and other mining activities. Sure.
Peek my head in.
You peek your head in. You notice there is a room, there's blood-stained towels around, various other bits and pieces. You do notice what looks like would have been a cook station off to one side,
Yeah.
and also a table which has a few things scattered around it and blood on the table.
Sure. Oh, you yell out, hello, is anyone here?
You don't hear any response. I will get you to make a perception check.
Hope you do better than I did.
You do notice off to one side of the room definitely looks like what would have been the sort of like a stock area.
Yep.
Where they keep various bits and pieces, general bits and bobs.
Sure, I'll go around there and have a bit of a better look.
Yeah. You notice that there are 3 large chests.
Locked?
Yes, they are locked. There are 3 sort of. It's kind of like a chest of drawersy sort of setup. Each one is locked.
Sure, are these wooden drawers? Or?
They are correct. Wooden drawers.
Yep, cool. No, just try and Eldritch Blast one of the locks.
If you like.
I would like to.
I'd imagine we'd hear this commotion, or at least Lillian would be like, okay, what's he doing now?
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah, I'm making noise and shit.
you want to do it now?
Is there a hammer around or something to lever the drawer open?
Oh, there's mining tools around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab like a crowbar or something
Yeah, sure.
and just try and lever it open.
So you use strength.
No, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys just
We're at the door.
You're at the door. All right.
Well, I heard him making a commotion like, hello, is
Obviously
anyone
put
here?
my candle out.
Yeah, you candled out. So
My,
that's fine.
my
We'll
Desmond
just
is
say-
doing something stupid.
Just say as you go into the cave, you read it.
Yeah. No, just gonna Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Do.
Hey,
My Desmond
do.
is doing something
you want me to
stupid.
just roll damage?
Yeah, I want you to
That'll
roll.
be fun.
Okay. Damage is 1d10 plus charisma is 6.
It is blown across the room and bursts open, crashes on the floor,
Excellent.
spilling its contents.
Excellent. What was in it?
You notice there is 5 bandages.
And I don't imagine we would come running in there because we heard some crashes just like.
I feel like we're right here going.
There is
What
Well,
the fish is
Rathbun would.
there's
I
now
just feel like oh my
there is
God.
also 1 minor healing potion and 4 broken minor healing potions.
One
Oh, we
healing
can't use them
potion.
anyway. They're minors.
That's 3.
The healing
Excellent.
potion's only for minors. We can't use them.
Yeah, they're only for
And
minor.
I'm gonna go, woo, that was fun, let's do it again.
It just blew out. Orcs overheat and choked up.
One or the other. And there is also 5 stabilization kits.
I think we should give those to the person who's least likely to die, so we can help other people. Like, so the people who are most likely to die don't have the stabilization kits where no one can use them.
He's just gonna stand at the front and take all the damage.
Yeah.
I feel like I should just keep on them, hang on to them.
Yeah.
So there's another chest.
So in the top of this.
Oh no, that was
That
there
was
were 3
the whole
chests.
chest.
Oh, that
It
was-
blew the whole thing.
It was like a
apart.
chest of drawers.
Oh, yeah.
And you just went.
Yep.
I'm happy with that.
I'd imagine.
You made me know it.
I imagine he's like, what the hell? And I'm just giving you like a this again. Look.
Chests that no match for Desmond Showdown. How dare thee, chest?
I'm so glad I picked Cure Wounds.
See, I'm just gonna go with the defensive. My Desmond is doing something stupid. Sense was tingling, and that's why I'm not surprised.
The Desmond sense.
Do you guys move up to the mouth of the mine?
No, before I leave, I'm going to relight my candle. And I'm just going to turn to the side of me and go, yeah, of course. And then as I leave, I'm going to set the tent on fire. So this entire tent that's sort of back here, I'm going to set that on fire.
I
Okay,
imagine
so
you
you
probably-
now you leave the tent, set it on fire, and make your way to the entrance. of the
Yes,
mine.
please. I'm just going to cause as much
Havoc.
strife as I can. It's not my mission.